with Mom's Creative Moments, and I am bringing you another installment, I suppose, in our back to school series. This is going to be a title page tutorial, and I hope that if you are watching this, that you are able to go ahead and glean some great tips on making a wreath title page. That's what we're going to be making today, using the embellishments from the back to school collection specifically. This will go in my back to school album as the title page. We really don't need our trimmer so much as we need the rest of these items that are here on my desktop today. I'm going to use my all-purpose tool for a lot, since I, as you know, have a hard time picking stuff up sometimes. We're going to use permanent adhesive and repositionable adhesive probably. We're going to use definitely the back to school embellishment pack with most of the embellishments, and probably some of these stickers. Maybe not so many of the actual like thought bubble kind of journal box style pieces, but we are going to use quite a few pieces. We're also going to use the jumbo circle pattern for our custom cutting system, but we're not going to be cutting anything. We're just going to use this as a template, and I'll show you why in just a second. I've got some of my we're going to need a pencil also, and I've got some of my embellishments already kind of sorted out here into kind of groups. So I'm going to be doing my wreath today in sort of a clock formation. So we're going to start with the first day of school being the item that's kind of closest to the top. We've got scissors, we've got a pencil, a clip. Some of my embellishments from this kit have already been used, because if you've been watching my channel and this series, then you'll notice that I've used embellishments for different things in this series already. But we're going to use quite a few of them today, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use them in just a second here. But let me get these lifted off my page, kind of in the area that I already have them laid out, and I'll show you why in just a second. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our jumbo circle template, and we're going to center it on our page as best we can. It doesn't have to be exactly in the center, but you know, roughly is best. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our pencil, and we're just going to lightly, and I stress the word lightly, just lightly draw around the outside edge of that circle, so that we have a rough idea of where that perimeter lies. Okay. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find we need four primary embellishments to go on here, and we want those to go at if we're thinking of this as a clock, we want them to go at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. All right, so I'm going to use the first day of school. I'm also going to use the school bus, because when you're young, you tend to ride the school bus, although I didn't, but I think this is such a cute icon. I'm going to use, or embellishment, I'm going to use it anyway. Back to the books is going to be our 6 o'clock embellishment down here at the bottom. And we're going to use the lockers for over here on this side. And the lockers are kind of big, but I wanted to see what they looked like on here and then kind of determine what to do with them. I think what I'm going to do is just trim this blue one off and just use 2 of them, and then I think that'll be sufficient, because we don't want it to overpower the bus over here, and the lockers are really, really big. So let me grab my trimmer over here, and we'll just trim off the blue one, and we'll use that one somewhere else in the book. There we go. So the blue one we'll set aside up here for another day, and we'll just use the red and the yellow. If you watched my other video that I did, you'll know that my school colors were gold and purple when I was in high school. So anything gold, or in this case blue or dark, would apply. All right, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look for some kind of medium-sized embellishments that we can put in these gaps right here. So I'm going to use the music stand because it's kind of large, and because I did music in high school, and I'm going to stick that kind of right there at a little bit of a jaunty angle. I'm going to use this clipboard kind of at another jaunty angle. Make sure your angles kind of are following the curve of your circle, and that will make you much happier, I think. I'm going to use this globe, which is kind of harder to put at an angle like that, but maybe what we'll do is we'll put our lunch tray up there. You can put the lunch tray there and the globe kind of down here so that it can tip with the curve of our circle. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in kind of the gaps with some of these other embellishments, and you want to just kind of try to balance things. So I'm going to shift this just a little bit so it's a little bit more in the middle, and I want, since I have yellow here and yellow here, I want to put yellow either down here or up here to kind of balance that color. And so I think since I have a little more space on this side, I'm going to put this over here. Maybe the composition book can go on this side, since we have this same modeled pattern around school days up here. I want it to complement, so I'm going to put that kind of down here next to back to the books. Maybe we'll do like so. All right, and then I've got math books, I've got a calculator, and let's see, a backpack. We can put the backpack is blue, and I've got blue down here in the globe, so maybe we'll put the backpack kind of up here on this level. And math books, history and science, maybe we'll put those kind of up here for studying, and we can put the calculator kind of in here. Maybe the calculator could probably go over here. We'll tuck it kind of under the globe a little bit. Then I've got a gym bag and some tennis shoes, so I was involved in gym more in high school than in junior high, but I feel like we've got a lot of red on this side, so we could put the tennis shoes kind of here, and the gym bag maybe just tuck underneath like so, maybe. Then we've got a few more things up here I'm forgetting about. Let's see, scissors we could put kind of dangling off there, a pencil, which is also blue, which could go, where can we put the pencil? We need the pencil. Maybe over here with our composition book. We've got a green clip, which we could kind of put coming off school days up here. We've got graduation, which would definitely go up in this upper left area. with high school. Maybe move our books down and tuck this in behind. Put that more up there on top. Books like this, maybe? I don't know. Still playing. Just playing around. We've got art supplies, which I think I would tuck in maybe right here because I was really into art during like approaching middle school. We could put our stapler kind of jutting out like so. And then I have this cool thing that says classmates, and maybe I'll just stick that kind of in there like that. How does that look to you? The key is you want to have your large things at your north, east, west, and north, south, east, and west points on your page, and then you fill in with the other items until you have everything that you want put in there. There is a computer that we could also put in here, maybe with the books. But I didn't use computers when I was in school, but all of my children have used computers, so I suppose that would be appropriate to kind of stick in there. Just like so. All right, I think I'm happy with that. So we just need some adhesive, and we need some of our foam squares, which I have tucked right up here in my workstation. And your title will go right here in the center. My title, that's where my title's gonna go. All right, so we're going to very carefully, one at a time, put these down. And the larger ones that are going to go on the bottom are going to just go flush onto the page. Whew. So if you're like me and you have issues with fingernails, this can sometimes be a little bit of a headache, but it's not too bad. And if you use it with repositionable adhesive, you can adjust things as you want to so that everything is where you want it to be, right where you want it to be. All right, and by putting these on and taking a look at what it looks like before you adhere them, it definitely helps so that you can make sure that you are getting stuff worked in that you want worked in to your design. Okay, so now I'm also going to put, you want to be kind of selective about which ones you pop up. You're not going to pop them all up for sure, but you know, a few in each of the key corners would be a great idea to get to add emphasis to your page. So like, I'm not going to pop up this clipboard, but the pencil and probably the composition book and tennis shoes will definitely find a way of being popped up. Or what I could do, just to add a little bit of emphasis to this clipboard, is put a little pop dot or square on the back of the clip part, and then that way it pops up a bit. And makes it look like the clip is risen up. Okay. My son is saying hello. Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Okay.
It's hard to tell where you are when you're not recording.
I know.
I'll hug you in like a half an hour if he's not recording.
He's so funny. He just doesn't realize how sensitive the microphone is on my recording. Makes it hard to record. All right. There we go with our pencil. I think I'm gonna just sort of angle this a little bit differently. And then we'll stick this one down with just one foam square so that...
Hey, I want you to come with me, Michael. So if there's anything I can't do.
It's okay. I'll just edit because he already came down and I went like this, but apparently he didn't pay attention or missed it because he just started talking to me anyway in a whisper.
Oh.
He can whisper from over there and it hears. So.
I just want to let you know that I'm going to go to Lisa's and work on her dryer. Help it so it works.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know it was wrong.
It's not working.
No. Okay. Michael's going with you?
You can have Michael go with me.
All right.
If I need you.
All right, sweetheart. All right, so a couple things popped up there, except I didn't get this one put down yet, so let's just move these slightly so I can add some adhesive for the lockers. And I need to add some adhesive for this guy. And I'm gonna put a couple of foam squares on the back of this guy too, just to kind of give it a little more depth. And we'll just tuck that under just like we did before. Then we've got the books. And the graduation cap. I forgot to get this guy in there, so let's sneak him in as well. Do we need here a bit? Computer. First day of school. And I had some, I want some foam squares at the top of this guy to kind of give him some depth. But a little bit of adhesive on the bottom also, so that he sticks down somewhat. First day of school. Maybe I ought to move this over just a tiny bit. Let's see if I can adjust that just a little so that you can see first just a little bit better. Okay. And we need to get the scissors. Come on, stay down there. Okay, now let's see. Oh, we didn't get classmates stuck down, so let's go ahead and put this one down. All right, now we'll do our bus. Oh, I already have the bus down. Forgot about that. Okay, so then we'll put this guy on. And I don't think I want him popped up. I'm just gonna kind of tuck him under the bus just a little. Fork goes on the right. Trying to remember that. I'm trying to remember. Don't want our lunch tray upside down. Little popping up of the backpack as well. Okay, now we're gonna do our calculator. This one's just going to be kind of flattened, following our arch. This guy's going to be kind of flat. Also, kind of balancing the composition book on the other side. Then we'll pop up our globe. He kind of follows that lead, and then pop up our art supplies. Like so, and then we'll just use a couple of these little guys for our stapler. I'm going to use my half one that I have left on my sheet for this little piece at the bottom. You might be able to fit a full one on there. It's questionable. Rather than fight it, I'm just going to use a half from the get-go. One that I've cut in half. All right, and this guy's going to just sort of slide in like so. All right. Do we have anything fall off? Nothing's falling off. Woohoo! We did it. All right. Now, the only other thing that I would do and suggest to you for this is maybe we could put, we could add teacher over here to the side to kind of balance classmates over here. I don't know. I kind of like that, actually. That was kind of a last minute thought, but I like it. Teachers are really important, and especially when you're a young student, they are really important. I was one of those kids that would go back and help my teachers the week before school started. I would go back and help my old teachers get their classrooms ready for the school year that was coming. Everybody knew my sister and I at school because my mom was an aide at our school. She volunteered for years, then she became an aide so she could kind of get paid for the time that she was there. And then she put her bachelor's degree to better use and became a substitute teacher. And from there, she became a full-time teacher. And if you've seen the album run through that I did for her retirement, you know that she was a kindergarten teacher for 22 or 23 years. So teaching is really, really emphasized and an important thing in our family. Education in general is really important. Okay, so with this all secured, then we can put a title right here in the center, and I will probably cut that on my Cricut at a later date. I can post that later for you if you are curious or interested. Maybe put a note in the comments and just let me know if that's something that you would like to see. And I might need maybe one or two more little embellishments up here in the corner. But in the meantime, what I am also going to suggest that you do is get add some little dots to this. And I don't mean dots. I mean, get your Creative Memories dot pins and find an appropriate color. Let's see. We've got lots of different colors to choose from, and I think I would go with something that's going to blend in and highlight rather than stand out. So maybe, let's see, maybe this dark blue or darker blue dot tip pen. What color is this? It doesn't say. Or we could use yellow. I don't have a red and a dot tip pen, but we could definitely use either one of these, or we could use green. I don't think I would use brown. Maybe we'll just try to use both of these. So be careful when you make dots. Dots are kind of a finessed type of thing. You want to add a dot where there might need to be just a little bit more interest or definition. You can add curly cues also, but we're going to use a different side of the pen for that. And depending on how hard you press using a dot pen like this, you can end up leaving a humongous well of ink on your page, which is not what we want. So you notice how I kind of just did kind of an every other side to my dots. That's kind of what I would recommend. It gives you a little bit more of a haphazard nature to your dots. And then I'm going to add 2 more of the yellow because I want to bring out the yellow in my page. So I'm just adding 2 more yellow dots where the gray dot is, making them just small little dots just to kind of add some to the design. Okay, then what I'm going to do is go back and add maybe some curly cues with my red and blue line pens. So I want my bright red and the dark blue, or maybe the green. Maybe we'll alternate some of that since we have some blue. Maybe I'll just do green. Oh my goodness. Decisions. And we're just going to use the fine tip on these to just draw some little squiggles. How's that? This just kind of fills in a little bit of the gap. Anywhere that you can still see a pencil mark from your circle that you drew initially, you might want to go back and erase. So I can see my pencil mark over here. So I'm just gonna get in there with an eraser and take that away. I think I pretty well covered it up in most of the other places, however, so that's good. This area up here is still bugging me, like I feel like I want there to be something else. So let's see if we have maybe one of our acrylic stickers we could stick up there. And I think I know the perfect one. See these cute little happy face stickers? Happy face. Kind of stick right there. Maybe a couple of crayons or a pencil. Let's see. What could we put up there? What color do we need? Maybe yellow, I think. More yellow. But we already have a pencil. What could we do? We could make this look like it's sticking out of his backpack. Maybe the green crayon. Like so. I like that better. Okay. Perfect. All right, so these are very cute little stickers that you can add on to different things. I think I might just add a little sticker like that down here on our notes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think. I would really be interested to know if this is something that you will be able to use in your albums, but I really hope so. This is going to go on the front page, like I said, of my back to school album, and I'm excited about it. I think it's cute, and I am looking forward to adding it to those pages as I go. I hope that you've enjoyed participating in this with me or watching me put this together, and I hope that you'll use it in your albums as you get your school books put together for yourselves or for your children or your grandchildren. And until next time that we are together, I wish you many more creative moments. Thanks so much for joining me. You have a great day.